What's up, guys? Duran Singh here, hanging out at Fit Body Bootcamp. We're going to get started with our training session in just a little bit. But I just want to make the subject of this Facebook Live all about how we fear weight gain so much. And I've noticed just from the past few years or so that we've seen a big trend in people trying to cut back on the amount of food that they've been eating and everything too, almost to a point where they're not getting enough nutrients and calories in altogether. One of the biggest things that usually happens when you start cutting back on your calories is you start to reduce the amount of nutrients they get in, and then your body's metabolism will take a big hit for that matter too. One of the worst things you can possibly do for yourself is reduce your calories and try to exercise a lot more. That's pretty much the recipe for you to not see any results or change, and even possibly actually gain weight. And that weight's probably going to come from lean muscle, but you're not going to be able to burn fat from doing it from that type of routine, for that matter. So what I want you to focus on, whether you're a Fit Body Bootcamp client, if you're doing it elsewhere at a big box gym, an LA Fitness, a Planet Fitness, a CrossFit gym, wherever you're at when you're training, just keep in mind that you need to eat to support your exercise level. The more intensely and the more active you are, the more you should be eating, for that matter too. Sticking to a proper diet, the best type of diet you're definitely going to stick to is a high fat, moderate protein, low carbohydrate diet. That's going to be something that's going to be beneficial to anyone that's trying to improve their body aesthetics, lower their body composition, and increase their lean muscle and burn fat too as well. Is practically how we're designed to actually eat, for that matter too. I know we hear a lot about what kind of diet works and what doesn't work. No matter what kind of lifestyle you're living, how you are eating, you're going to hear the pros and cons of it no matter what. But I'm telling you, just from being an evidence-based science person, that is how we're meant to eat. Consume lots of fats, moderate proteins, and then low carbohydrates. Your carbohydrates will be mainly forms of, fruits and vegetables. Fats can be oils, coconut oil, avocado oils, butters, ghee, animal fats, and then proteins. You have a large variety: chicken, fish, steak, pork, missing some too, things of that nature too. So if you can consume enough of those as you are increasing your activity level, you're going to notice a change. One of the biggest things I'll notice too as well is as you start to exercise more, your body's metabolism is going to start to increase a lot more too. And that's when you're going to start noticing that you're going to need more nutrients and more calories to put that into your body and use that as a fuel source. So look at it kind of like a car, for example, where if you're not putting the fuel into the tank, the car's not going to perform well, and next thing you know, it's going to start slowing down. The body is the exact same way, where you look at the food as almost like a biofuel for yourself, where it's going to allow you to expend more energy. So the more energy that you get from the food, the more you can expend through any type of physical activity or any type of exercise, and then your body is going to adapt to that and then use that to actually repair itself and then and practically grow too, for that matter too. And that's pretty much the whole concept of how you grow from exercise. You come in, you work out, you break your body down, you go home, you repair through nutrients, and then your body comes back a lot stronger to prepare for that new stimulus. But if you're not repairing itself, all you're going to end up doing is causing a complete breakdown. Where I look at it is, it's like a bank, where if you come in, you work out, you're losing nutrients. And if you're not putting nutrients back into your body, there is no type of deposit. Over time, you're making too many withdrawals, and then, of course, if it was a bank, too many withdrawals, and you hit zero, next thing you know, that bank account is going to get closed down. But if in the example for a body, as you're consuming, if you're not consuming enough nutrients, your body's not going to just actually, it's pretty much going to shut down, but it's going to start slowing down first. Over time, your body's going to shut down, and that's going to be a sign of more so of the metabolic disorders that you'll see. Hypothyroidism, diabetes, high blood pressure. Those are all signs of metabolic dysfunction in the body, which is caused from improper nutrients or lack of nutrients. So if you just make the small, simple change of getting enough foods into your body and use the nutrients from it, you'll see a huge change from there. But the biggest problem that I see is we're all so scared of eating enough food because of the fear of gaining weight. When you got to ask yourself, what is wrong with gaining weight? I think we are just conditioned so much through our culture, thinking that gaining weight is bad for us. When I would say it's not about you gaining weight, which is a problem, but you increasing your body composition is what you want to focus on. Increasing body composition is you increasing your fat percentage. Because the more fat you have on your body, the more likelihood you are of any type of metabolic disorder. Like I said, high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, cancer, things of that nature too as well. And that's when you start having to rely more on medications. And if you're a coaching client of mine, that my take on medications is all they do is exacerbate the issues right now. And then not only that, but they cause disastrous side effects on top of that too. What's up, Benji? And then Benji has asked a question, having problems figuring out what to eat before my 6 a.m. workout. Now, it really depends. I mean, I would definitely recommend, if you're getting up that early, I would definitely recommend trying to eat afterwards. But if you need some type of fuel source before, the best thing to do is have a very, very simple piece of fruit, or maybe just a small handful of nuts. But the most important thing, if you're getting up that early, to hydrate your body. One thing I just did, Benji, if you get a chance, check out the post I did yesterday. I talked about sleep quite a bit. But one of the best things you can definitely do for your body first thing in the morning is just hydrate your body. Get enough water in, because during the night you're going to sweat, because that's going to pretty much help you regulate your body temperature. And as you regulate your body temperature, of course, you're losing that water. And then most likely what happens with most average Americans when we wake up, we'll use the bathroom, and then we're going to go to the kitchen, make a cup of coffee. Coffee being caffeine, stimulant, diuretics to make us, lose more water too. And then we never hydrate. So I would definitely recommend, Benji, for your next workout, go ahead and try to drink at least like 30 ounces of water. I try to drink around like 50, 60 ounces of water first thing in the morning. Now it's not something that I can just do naturally. I just practically have to force myself to drink, most of that water. But I noticed as I start doing that, my metabolism is going to be elevated. And how you start your day is how you're going to end the day too. So if my metabolism is elevated first thing in the morning, it's going to carry me over throughout the whole day on top of that too as well. So check that out, Benji. Now I forgot my thought, but just going back to just everyone being so scared of gaining weight. I can promise you, people that people that are the leanest and the fittest consume the most amount of calories and consume the most amount of food. People who have a problem with, losing weight or overweight or obese usually don't consume enough food at all. So they always say, well, eating the foods what actually got me here in the first place, when that actually wasn't the case. It was them eating the wrong foods, and it was to the point where their bodies started holding on to all the calories. Because we always think that calories are all created the same when they're actually not. If you take calories and, put them into a laboratory and you test them that way, they're all going to be created the same. But you got to keep in mind, when you put calories into the body's metabolism is going to use them differently from person to person. Everyone has different makeup of hormones. Everyone's age is going to take into consideration their gender, genetic predisposition is all going to take consideration too. All those things are going to make a big difference for the calories too. So when you start taking those in consideration, you'll notice one person may need more calories than the other person. And as you'll notice, as you become more active, you become more fit, you're going to need more calories to keep your body, consistently active on an ongoing basis too as well. Especially because as you become more active, you're going to build more lean muscle. And lean muscle is going to require more nutrients and more calories to keep it active. Where if you start reducing the amount of calories, your body is going to start breaking down your muscles and use that as an energy source right there. So once again, guys, it's just a matter of not being so afraid of gaining weight, but really focus more so on you reducing your body composition. I can show you, if you were definitely a client of mine, you can see we have a big wall of, before and after photos, and you'll see some clients lost very little weight, but they almost look like a brand new person for that matter too. If you're not a client of mine, hey, you can go ahead and get 3 trial sessions. Just go to fitbodykennesaw.com, www.fitbodykennesaw.com, or you can email me at kenesawfbbc@gmail.com. I'll go ahead and put the links to that in this video. Check that out. You can go ahead and sign up for 3 trial sessions, and then you can try it out. And then we'll also get on top of that a one-on-one nutrition counseling session with me too on top of that too as well. So go ahead and take advantage of that. I'll be pumping more of these out for you guys to help you guys get you to the best body of your dreams. All right. Talk to you guys later.